Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rocha, Kodash, Ma'amah. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, as well as honors to their bishops. I want to give a double honors to my elder apostle, Aharawan Banya Sharala of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida, as well as honors to my bishop, Kanak Sa'an Banya Sharala, also of the Lions Den Camp here at Jacksonville, Florida. Shalom to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Harab Ban Yasharallah, coming out of the Lions Den camp of Yasharallah here in Jacksonville, Florida. And today I'll be coming out of a lesson, and it is on this article right here. It says Iran responds to Trump's claim that the U.S. has total control over the Strait of Hormuz. So without further ado, let's get right into it. It says Iran has hit back at Trump's boast that the U.S. has total control over the Strait of Hormuz, insisting the vital waterway remains firmly under Tehran's control. Hussein Tayeb, however you say that, the head of Iran's Basij paramilitary unit, declared on Thursday that the strategic waterway was under the management and control of the Islamic Republic. His remarks came a day after Trump boasted on Truth Social about U.S. dominance over the strait, amid an escalating war of words between Washington and Tehran. Okay, it says Taib said the United States had sought to disrupt what he described as the Islamic Republic's popularity in the region by launching another war in the Strait of Hormuz, but had once more been defeated despite claiming Iran had neither an air force nor a navy. And that's just the truth. It's just, they've been over there getting beat up. That's what you get when you start problems and then think people supposed to just lay down and let you win. Well, let's continue. It says, today you see that the Strait of Hormuz is under management and under control of the Islamic Republic, Taib said, adding that Iran was continuing on its course in complete security. So they doubling down. It says, in his Truth Social post, Trump said the U.S., let me put this up, so the U.S. would keep control over the vital waterway, describing its naval blockade as a wall of steel and claiming there is nothing Iran can do about it. Obadiah, verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. So the Lord has made this devil small and despised among the heathen, hated, disliked. Them Persians don't like Esau. Verse 3, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So the pride of this devil's heart has deceived him. President Babylon, his pride has deceived him. You really think that you got control over something that you don't have control of. It was never ever in this devil's hands to begin with. What happened? Oh, it'll take a week or whatever, or however, a couple of weeks. It's done been damn near half a year. They still over there. Didn't count the cost. But this is the pride of this devil, and guess what? The pride of this devil, it has deceived this devil. It's prideful, thinking that, oh, well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Now look, the pride of this devil's heart has deceived him. And of course it says, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. And once upon a time, you know what I'm saying, Esau, Edom, he lived up in the clefts and rocks, in caveman. Let's say that. Lived up on a plateau where couldn't nobody attack him, because they were surrounded by high walls and things like that, where people couldn't just readily get to them. Well, guess what? That made that devil proud. And guess what? Look at the times we're in right now. Babylon is that cleft of the rock that this devil is dwelling in. thinking that high plateau because we surrounded by water on three sides. Oh well, we can't be touched. Well, that's the pride of this devil's heart deceiving him. This devil has gotten up very high in the earth, very powerful. He got all kind of satellites, whirly birds, airplanes. What else he got? All kind of other crap up there in the heavens. This devil has gotten up very high, very very high, and this devil has gotten so high that he think that can't nothing or no one bring him down. And this is what this devil says in his heart: who shall bring me down to the ground? Like, who gonna beat me? Who gonna take me down? Verse 4: though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. So no matter how high this devil think he gonna get, or how powerful this devil think he is, the Lord gonna bring him down. The Lord gonna show who's really in control, who's really got the power in the earth. Job 9:21, it said the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. It don't say nowhere in the scriptures where the wicked took over the earth or took power. It was given to this devil. The Lord gave it to him. That's the only reason this devil got up like this. But let's continue with this article. It said he also claimed Iran had no Navy and no Air Force. Of course, we know that, I guess. Um, that its remaining soldiers were unpaid and that the country's leadership was uncertain at best. Them Persians don't care about getting paid to fight. You're over there messing with them. For them, they fighting for their country. They're fighting for a lot of things. They're not fighting for money. See, this devil get these other nations' armies and military forces confused with its own. So you got to pay Babylonians to go to war to fight. But these other nations, when they find their country or whatever is being invaded, they stand up to fight, period. No money involved. So this was, but let's continue. It says the escalating tensions come just days after it emerged that smuggled, Trump was smuggled, Slovakia, off Air Force One in a catering truck in fears of Iranian assassination attempt. Wow. If you're so bold, you're so powerful, why be smuggled? That Teflon Don attitude, guess what? It don't work in a real situation with somebody really gunning for you, literally. But let's continue, man. This devil is prideful, man. Very prideful. Devil is very prideful. But anyways, let's continue. It says the commander in chief was on his way back from a NATO summit in Turkey when he was bundled off the jet and boarded a separate military plane. See, if he was, if it, let's continue, man. It says Trump traveled to Turkey aboard a 747 -8 donated by Qatari officials, which the administration had spent vast sums of money improving for security. But the summit concluded, the president announced he would not take the newly outfitted plane and would instead board an older model rather than the plane that flew him there. Yeah, all right. Trump, blah, 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 blah. But hey, here we go. It says, however, the officials with the ruse told the New York Times that the president covertly entered a food cart that had been fitted to the belly of the plane. The food cart was then loaded into an airport catering truck, which transported him to a smaller Air Force C-32A plane, according to the Washington Post. The plot reportedly fooled journalists and even some White House staffers who were aboard the decoy airplane. Oh, so basically they throwed them out there for cannon fodder. So if they would have got blasted, them people would have. Okay, all right. And anyway, it says in a video from the tarmac obtained by the Post, Trump was seen waving to the cameras as he headed into the older plane before a truck is seen maneuvering towards the steps. The video shows a man in a suit entering the catering truck's cab. A container then is loaded into the bed of the. Okay. They can see, okay, so it's like this. If it's so powerful and he's so strong, you shouldn't have to pull a 48 fake move like that. Sit thou in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. There is no more throne, ain't no more power. Once upon a time, let's say you would have had a Babylonian / American president would fly Air Force One in front of everybody. Even if there was tensions arising or even a skirmish, guess what? It wasn't like a we gonna shoot it down because they know what it would cause. But now the weak saying they're strong. These other nations saying they're strong now. So guess what? And then them Persians already said a handful of times they want to help President Babylon finish with all his living. They said that, not me. So let's continue. Let's see. Okay, see, they done went left on me. All right. But anyways, there you go. So I guess the first part of this article will be what I be talking about. So this devil's pride has deceived him. You had to be a very prideful person to run cross way across there over the plum Nelly, where you ain't got no control or no business there talking about you controlling something. That's pride, man. That is pride. Real quick, let's go to Micah chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. Woe to them that devise iniquity. This devil stays devising iniquity. Esau stays devising ungodly, immoral things. And this devil will work evil upon their beds because it is in the power of their hand. I mean, this devil think about doing tomfoolery. This devil can't sleep unless he done cause some kind of problems in the earth. These devils can't not be cool. They can't do it. Esau can't do it. He just got to mind your business and everybody else's but his own. This devil work iniquity. They're always coming up with some evil upon their bed. And when they wake up from their bed, whether they put it into practice, this devil puts his wickedness, his evilness into practice with the tomfoolery. Because it is in the power of his hands. Right now, again, back to Job 9:24, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. The wicked didn't take the earth because it was so strong. It was given to the wicked. So anything that can be given can be taken. And also anything that has been taken can be taken as well. But, you know. Verse 2, it says, and they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, and each like even a man and his heritage. So these devils, what they covered fields, and what's going on right now? That's covetousness over there. You say that's covetousness. This whole fight, covetousness. Who started it, little Satan? Covetousness, wanting what somebody has, wanting what don't belong. That's what this devil do. He want what don't belong to him. He want other people's stuff. And they take fields by violence. I mean, they go over to other countries and they use violence. Look at what happened to Venezuela. They took it by violence. They went to a whole nother country and oppressed the man. They go to whole other countries and oppress men in their own houses. They take away houses. They take away man's life, taking away his property. That's what they do. Even the man in his heritage. These devils will take even the man's heritage away from him because Esau is wicked. Last point. Jeremiah 51:25. It says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountains, saith the Lord Yahweh, which destroyest all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain. So the Lord is against this devil. So anything that this devil does in the earth is just a nail in the coffin. It's just a step closer to his demise. And once Babylon, America goes down, thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Esau, Edom goes down. Period. The whole nation, everybody, all of them, except the ones that are Israelites that just look like them. But if they not righteous and they're of 2/3, guess what? They're gonna go down when this devil go down. So the Lord is against this place. This place is a destroying mountain. Babylon has destroyed everywhere it has ever went. So the Lord is going to stretch out his hand in anger, in judgment, in indignation, and roll this devil down from the rocks. Take him down from his high, lofty position and make him a burnt mountain, a destroyed power in the earth. Because anytime the Lord come through and take down a nation, they never, ever get back in power again. They're done. They're down. You don't think so? Well, let's look at the statue of Daniel, that he had that vision. What happened to ancient Babylon? It gone. It ain't never ever rise about the power no more. What happened to Greece? It's gone. What are the Medo-Persian Empire? They gone. Down. They ain't back in power no more. They are not a superpower in the earth. And now guess what? Babylon is the last one. And when the Lord take down Babylon, guess what? It ain't coming back no more. Ain't gonna be no more Babylon 2.0. It ain't gonna be no more Neo-America, which Neo I think is either Greek for new. I have to look that up again. As a matter of fact, I can look at that. Look at it right now. I can look at it. Rat now, not right now. Rat now. My last point right here too. Let's see. Yes, it's Greek terminology. It derives from to be young or fresh. So guess what? Ain't gonna be no refresh. No young Babylon. That's a wrap. Once the Lord deal with this Babylon, it's over. That's the Lord making this place a destroyed, or should I say, a burnt mountain. So yeah. Let me see. And with that, Shalom.